Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about GMSK, means Gaussian minimum shift keying. After the completion of today's session, you are able to define GMSK and explain the operation of GMSK transmitter and receiver. So, GMSK is the derivative of MSK. GMSK is probably most widely associated with the 2G GSM mobile communication system, where it proved to be an effective form of modulation. GMSK modulation is based on MSK, which is a form of continuous phase frequency shift keying. So, continuous phase frequency keying is the CPFSK. One of the problems with standard forms of PSK is that sidebands extend out from the carrier. To overcome this, MSK and its derivative GMSK can be used. Here, there are no phase discontinuities because the frequency changes occur at the carrier zero crossing points. So, there are two ways in which GMSK modulation can be generated. So, this one is the first method. In the first method, the modulating signal filtered using a Gaussian filter. This one is the Gaussian filter. And then apply this to the frequency modulator where the modulation index is set to 0.5. Okay. VCO and RF amplifier means VCO where the modulation index is set to 0.5, then the output of the VCO is amplified by the RF amplifier before transmission. Okay. So, the Gaussian filter is a linear filter. It's usually used to blur the image or to reduce noise. Okay. Next is the second method of generation. So, in second method is more widely used. Here, the quadrature modulator is used. First, it is applied to the Gaussian filter. Then, the output of the Gaussian filter applied to these modulators. So, to this modulator, it is applied directly, and to this modulator, 90-degree phase shifted signal is applied. Like this, to the other input of this modulator, the carrier signal is applied directly as it is generated, and to the second, here we can write 1, 2. The second product modulator, or we can say modulator, to the another input given a 90-degree phase shifted carrier. Okay. The term quadrature means that the phase of a signal is in quadrature or 90 degree to another one. So here we use 90 degree phase shifter, because of that here it is named as quadrature. So the quadrature modulator uses one signal that is said to be in phase and another that is in quadrature to this. In phase, that is directly given, and quadrature means 90-degree phase shifted. This type of modulator is called IQ modulator. Using this, I means in phase, Q means quadrature phase. Okay. Using this type of modulator, the modulation index can be maintained at exactly 0.5, which is the required modulation index. Okay. Without the need for any setting or adjustments. This makes it much easier to use and capable of providing the required level of performance without the need for adjustment. So the output of these modulators are added here, and the added signal is the GMSK signal and transmitted to the receiver section. Next is the GMSK receiver. So GMSK demodulator derives back phi using tan inverse function, which is applied to derivator. This one is the derivator block to obtain a NRZ signal. This one is the NRZ signal. Before doing this, mixing and low pass filtering is done. Means here the mixing is done. So here the input is given and this mixture carrier signal is multiplied with this input signal. Then it passed through the low pass filter. So low pass filtering is done to obtain I and Q components from two chains. Okay, so this is all about GMSK. Thank you.